Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nash, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys my budget breakdown for week 3 and stuffing my cash envelopes and sinking funds with you guys. And we have a giveaway, so if you would like to know how to win this set of 8 cash envelopes, please keep watching. So I'm just going to hop right into it because I don't want this video to be too long, but there are a couple of things that I want to talk about. So here we are. I have the cash, got my wallet, I got my sinking funds off to the side. I have my little rough draft on the side because I had to make a couple of changes, and I'll explain why as we get into it. I'm just going to put these to the side and bring you guys in. So, as you can see, we're budgeting for the 19th to the 25th. That's how I like to do my weeks. And I'm going to be trying a new thing. So, instead of, there's a couple things I want to discuss as we are going about this. So my miscellaneous will now be technically be replaced by my cushion amount that I'm going to be keeping in the bank. So instead of just having miscellaneous money in my wallet, what I'm going to do is just start to build up a cushion by putting $5, $10 from each paycheck so it could build up, because I would like to have like $50 to $60 constantly in there just in case, whether I want to do an online purchase and I have cash, so then I could just replenish it, or like just in case something happens with bills. I have yet to experience like an overdraft fee from not having enough of my funds, but I want to kind of challenge myself to see if I'm able to keep money in my checking account, because up until this point I've zeroed out my account. And it's not really like the best thing, but for me I needed to, because if I had money in my account, in my head it was money that I could spend. So that's why up here, cushion, it's $10, and what I did was deposit the $4 that I had remaining from in my miscellaneous from last week. I ended up spending $1 of it, and I had $4, so now we have like $14 in my cushion, so I could start building that up. So for hourly, it was $274. It was $274.51, and for variable it's gonna be $150. So if we add those two together, $274.51 plus $150. Did I do that right? $274.51 plus $150. Yes. $424.51 is the total that we're going to be working with. My variable is at this moment Etsy, so I am technically paying myself just because I've been making, thankfully, more than I expected throughout these last couple weeks. So I'm taking advantage, just because you never really know with variable income. Here's where I went wrong. So today's payday. I withdrew my money, but I did not come straight home to actually budget my money. I had a rough draft idea of how much I wanted to put in each category, but I had to do some Father's Day shopping, and I took advantage of the fact that on our way to the mall, I had my boyfriend stop at the ATM so I can withdraw what I needed. I was debating whether or not I wanted to be like truly real with you guys, but the whole point of me sharing my budget and sharing my journey is the realness and the truth behind how I'm spending my money. So I ended up spending a little bit more than expected. I went there just to finish up Father's Day shopping. My sister needed to get something for my dad, and I needed to get something for my stepdad, so that was accomplished. But with that came, I realized that I needed to get a specific color outfit for our Florida trip for the anniversary night. So I needed to spend money there that I didn't actually account for in my budget. I wasn't planning on adding anything else to my travel. So that was money that I needed to somehow take from a different category and use for travel. And then we ate, so I ended up basically using up all my food, and I ended up just buying myself something because I feel like I've been seeing so much money come in, but I haven't really like treated myself. So I ended up getting myself a necklace with a cross little hanging like pendant, and it was $30, but I never really I never really allocate that much money, since what I've been doing is unstuffing whatever I don't use for the week and adding it into my savings so I don't have any rollover, and I've just been giving myself 20. So I had to come home, and I knew that I was going to have to adjust my budget. But aside from that, even though I spent more than I expected, that was my own fault for not budgeting my money, but for not basically stuffing my categories before heading out to go shopping. But what I am happy about and what I will celebrate is the fact that I didn't put any of that on my credit card. And the old Nash definitely would have been out at the mall, and if I saw something that I wanted, I would just put it on my credit card, and in the back of my head I'll just tell myself I'll pay off the balance by the end of the month, which would never happen. But one thing that I've been doing is I leave my credit cards at home just to remove any temptation. But I also have in the back of my head now that if I put anything on my credit card, that junk haunts me. I want to pay it off instantly. So I feel like I definitely have seen an adjustment within my own habits on how I use my credit card, how I use my money. So even though I did a little bit of overspending before I even actually allocated the money, I am just happy to see the change in myself. So I wanted just to share that with you, because I could have just kind of acted like it didn't happen and just adjust my numbers so it wouldn't reflect the money that I spent. But I spent it, and I have to be real, and this is my real budget, so I can't just fake numbers. That doesn't work. So with that being said, some of the numbers that I'm going to be putting into certain categories like spend, food, is what I actually spent. So I won't be actually stuffing those because that money was already used. So I'm basically going to be having no choice but to do kind of like a no spend until my next pay, since I went a little overboard. And it's not even that I went overboard. It's not like I spent that much money, but it's just I wasn't prepared to actually do that. Alright, so with that rambling aside, let's hop into this. For tides, what I'm doing is 27, and then, and if you're wondering why it's not the full total, what I do is I wait until I've been budgeting my variable income. I've been doing my variable income breakdown in 2 parts. So the first half of the month, I already took out the tides for that, and that's what's currently in my envelope. And then at the end of the month is where I would allocate the rest of the tides for the second half of the month, since the variable income that I give myself is not the full amount of what I actually made for that week. It's just the amount that I give myself. I do still leave some in my account for expenses for the Etsy shop, and if I add anything to savings. So that's why sometimes it's not reflected in the actual tides. I'm just doing my hourly. Rent is getting 50. This stays the same, 36. This is getting 8. Sprint 28, and insurance 27. So if we add that up really quick, 27 plus 50 plus 36 plus 8 plus 28 plus 27, it's 176. So I'm going to subtract that from 264, since the cushion, I'm not technically accounting it in the in this. So it's going to be minus 264. So we have 88. Sadly, I'm not going to be adding anything to extra debt for this pay period. Okay, and then gas is getting 20. Spending is getting 31. That's basically how much the total amount of the necklace came up to. Food, I ended up spending 13. Miscellaneous, nothing. Like I mentioned, miscellaneous is now replaced with the cushion. Etsy, 24. I ended up using some of the Etsy money for my personal, for a personal expense. So I'm basically putting the money back into Etsy. So 20 plus 31 plus 13 plus 24, 88. Okay, I kind of did this wrong because I ignored the 150, but sinking funds is what the 150 is going to total up to. So it's because I like to do my bills and expenses to equal the hourly, and then sinking funds equals variable. So don't ignore the remainings because it's not going to really make sense right now. So for savings, we're not adding anything. Travel, 20. Michael, 20. Christmas always gets 15. Birthdays, 60. Car, 30. Tech, 5. And nothing for medical. So this should equal 150 if I did it right. Yes. 150 is the total. Boom. Okay, so my goal for this week is to not go over budget. Because, for example, I'm not going to be stuffing, spending, or food. It's going to be very tempting to use money elsewhere to cover those expenses and then pay myself back for the following week, because I've done that before. But I'm going to try to get out of that habit. That's a habit that I kind of have to break. I haven't done it recently, but I also haven't gone a week without stuffing these, so I haven't needed to do that. So yeah, my main goal is just to not go over budget. Okay, so breakdown will be here, money's here. We're going to start off with my wallet just because I'm technically only stuffing one, since spending was used, food was used, and Etsy was in the bank account. So gas has 10. I ended up unstuffing these in my weekly check-in. So if you want to see how much I actually added into my savings challenge from here, spoiler, it wasn't a lot, but it was something. Every dollar does count, and I ended up leaving 10 in gas, so we're adding 20. So now we have $30 for gas, and that's all for my cash dividers. So these go right here in my wallet. If you're interested in my cash dividers, I will leave a link down below. They are from my Etsy shop. All of the cash dividers and envelopes are from my Etsy shop. Okay, and then here is where I keep my bills and sinking funds. For tides, we're adding 27. So we currently have 55, 56, 57. So 57 plus 27 is going to be 84. So these down to 50, 70, 80, 1, 2. So we should have 84 now. So 50, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, $84 in tides. Then we have rent. Rent gets 50. We currently have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80. What? 20, 40, 60, 80, 210. So I'm just gonna put these 20s and take this 100. So I haven't added the 50 yet. So we still have 210. And then I'm going to do, I'm actually gonna put this 20 down and take 60. So 3 20s. So now 100, 200, 20, 40, 60, 260 in rent. And if you're wondering why it's so low, I live at home with my mom, so I give her $200 a month. And yeah, so I already have July technically accounted for, and right now whatever is, I'm working on August, trying to be a month ahead. So for Sprint and insurance, that's getting 55. So you have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 95. So 195 plus 55 is 250. So 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. Then I'm going to take 20, 40, 50. Okay. So we should have 250. So 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 50. 250. My rent is, my phone bill is about 112 and my car insurance is 110. So I kind of just like to group them together. I don't know why, I've just been doing that for a while. Travel is only getting $1 because that's what's left from the 20 that I spent. The 20 that I gave myself, 19 went to my outfit. Christmas, we have 120. We're adding 15. So now we have 120, 30, 135 for Christmas. For Michael, 20. So we have 20. We're adding 20. So we have 40. And here, I don't plan to get him anything else, so I don't plan on this sinking fund to go down anytime soon. I have gotten him a couple things throughout these last couple weeks just because having this sinking fund, it just makes me want to get him things now that I have money set aside. But since I've gotten him a couple things, I got him like 2 gifts the last like month. Now I can just save up for date night and that kind of thing. So we have 40. Birthdays and gifts, I'll come back to that. So for car, we're adding 30 and we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna make some change, so take that. And then we're adding 30. So, correct? Yeah. So, now we have 20, 30, 45, 46, 47. Tech is getting 5, and tech currently has 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So, same thing, put this down and take a 10. So, now we are at 30 for tech. Medical isn't gonna get anything for this pay period. Now we can go back to birthdays. I had $1 left from the 60. I ended up originally I budgeted 20. I budgeted 50 before I went to the mall, and then while we were there, I basically chipped in on my sister's gift to my dad so she wouldn't spend all her money since she doesn't have a job. So I ended up putting money in to the gift, and then I ended up getting my stepdad a gift too, so it ended up coming out to $59. So I just raised the budget to 60, and then there's $1 left over. So we did Michael, we did Christmas, we did travel, this debt, this one. So we're at 180, and we're adding 36 plus 8, 44. So 20, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Perfect. Literally everything that's left is what's getting put in here. So let's see what the total is looking like now. So we have 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. We have 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. $24. So $224. Which is pretty good in my book. Okay. So now that we've made it to the end of the video, we get to the good stuff, the giveaway. So these are pre-labeled cash envelopes. They're just regular envelopes. They don't have the extra lamination to be A6 hole punch. So for this first giveaway, I felt as though the categories that are written are pretty versatile for whoever gets their hands on them. There's 8 envelopes in total. We have food, gas, beauty, miscellaneous, fun, deposit, Christmas, and home. So if you would like to win this set of envelopes, make sure that you're subscribed and just comment down below what's your favorite part of budgeting. My favorite part is stuffing my envelopes every week. It's just nice, especially my sinking funds, to be able to see the amounts grow. But I would love to know down below, and I will leave the giveaway up until the date listed on the screen. Make sure you also leave a way for me to contact you, whether Instagram or email, in your comment down below, so I can reach out to the giveaway winner. Good luck to everybody, and this is just the first of many giveaways. I'm just very appreciative of all of the support I've gotten through my YouTube and my Etsy shop, that I want to start to show that appreciation in giveaways whenever I have a chance. So this is the first one, and there'll be many more to come. So yeah, that's all that I have to share with you guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.